Hello and welcome to the Mike Less Farmhand Mike YouTube channel, bringing you some of the biggest and best variety and definitely the most versatile farming content on social media today. You can find me on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook at Farmhand Mike. Hey everyone, in this video I am out in the field with B Thompson Associates LLC out of Greenfield, Indiana, as they are doing a field tile job for a farmer up in the Elwood area. There is a lot of action going on in this video. I got a lot of drone shots, some on the ground shots of all the machinery. But to start off here, they are using their Deutz-Fahr 6175 tractor, reeling out the field tile there ahead of the trencher. On the trencher is a Deutz-Fahr 8280 tractor pulling this trencher. The trencher is made by a company, KMA, out of Ohio. Now this is a prototype machine. I'm told this is the only one in the world like it, but they said I was allowed to film it and get it up here on the YouTube. A lot of the field tile videos I've done in the past have all been showing a tile plow. This is my first one with an actual trencher behind the tractor. Now I have done some field tile videos or drainage videos where they're using a wheel trencher, like putting in a main, stuff like that. But this is pretty unique here because a lot of these tile trenchers you see are a 3-point hitch mount, so there's a lot of weight on the back of the tractor. As far as I know, this is one of the first ones that's on a caddy or that is a pull type. The advantage to this, I guess, over the 3-point would be you're not carrying so much weight on the back of the tractor to get through the field. There's probably pros and cons to why some guys would use a tile plow, some guys would use a trencher. A tile plow is probably going to pull a little faster. This one here, they're pulling about a half a mile to 0.7 mile per hour, putting in about 50 to 60 feet of tile a minute. Now, the advantage of the trencher would be you're not pulling such a hard load through the field. Although it is a PTO-driven machine, the trencher's doing the digging instead of the tractor actually pulling that big knife or that plow through the hard ground. I'm going to show some shots of this one in action, and then just across in the field, they're also running another trencher that is a 3-point hitch mount. We'll check that out later on in the video. And we do have some pretty good sized rocks buried down in the soil here in Ohio, Indiana. And you're going to see that as they hit a couple while I was actually here filming. Now a small rock, the trencher is going to, pick it right up and throw it out of the way. But you hit a big one and it's going to make some noise. They got to come in with the backhoe and they dig it out. So I guess one of the advantages, pros, cons, whatever you want to call it, advantage, disadvantage of the trencher over the tile plow. If a tile plow hits one of those big rocks, it might push out of the way, but it might also bounce that and raise that towel up down in the ground, where when they hit a stone or a rock with this trencher, it shakes the trencher. They know it. They stop. They dig it out. They don't raise the plow up out of the ground or the trencher up out of the ground, and they can hold that grade, get that rock dug out with a backhoe, and then keep on going their way. Now, if you've been following my YouTube channel for a while, you know I travel all over. I get farm videos from all across this country. Now, as a kid, I used to help put in a lot of field tile with my uncle. It was just a thing we did because we get a lot of moisture here, so we're trying to get rid of that water from the field so we can get in there, drain that field so we can get in there and plant, grow good crops and so forth. But when I get out in the western United States where they don't get as much rainfall, they're doing everything they can to conserve that moisture, so this just doesn't make sense to them. But here, it's pretty common. Now, in this video, they're putting a tile in every 80 feet. So these lines you see across here every 80 feet, they're going into a main. So there's just a little bit of fall as they start and tee into that main drain, and they're coming across the field. This is all done on GPS and everything like that. So that tile plow's following a grade, so everything drains downward into the main drain, onto a drainage ditch, creek, so forth, and then down the river. Really, the distance between tiles varies between farms, soil types, and like that. Like I said, they're going 80 feet here. I've been out on jobs where guys have been going every 30 feet, 40 feet, 50 feet, and again, like I said, 80 in this field. We'll watch this tractor and trencher work here, and then I'll get some on the ground shots. Then we'll go over and see their other tractor and trencher running. So I'm going to go back and forth here, even jump up in the cab with one of the operators here and check it all out, show it to you here on the YouTube. Now we'll take the drone over across to the other end of the field and see what the rest of the crew's doing over here. Over here they are running their Challenger 1038 tractor with a 3-point hitch trencher doing the same job. They're on 80-foot spacings over here and tiling into a main, as you can see. When they drag the tile out ahead of the trencher, like you see here, they cut it off somewhere at the end of the field. They trench it in, but you cannot see it real clear here, but they do put an end cap in the end of that tile, so when it's buried down in the ground, dirt and stuff cannot get washed in the end right there. tile that they are plowing in here every 80 feet is 4 inches in diameter. Now the main that they're going into here can vary in size. They're getting towards the end of this main, so that diameter is going to decrease. Right in this area, it might have been 12 to 15 inches. I'm not sure. But anyways, every 80 feet, the backhoe is digging in, and then he is putting a hole in the pipe and then a coupling in, and then they are teeing this pipe here, the 4-inch pipe, into the main. And as the main goes down the line, it does get bigger in diameter. So some mains might be up to 24 inches, and then it's going to taper down as they go farther down the field and less tiles are running into it. And at the end of this main right here, since it's by the road, they'll actually couple one of these 4-inch tiles into the very end and then take that loop around the edge of the field. And in the next minute, I have an overhead view as they start a new tile and tee in here, so you can see the whole process from above.
Yes, this is the control box for the KMA trencher. So you do all your functions like your swing, your crummer control, and you can do tower lift and lower here. And then, so yeah, and then this can control your tilt and your tile feeder speed.
Yeah. And then your egg leader up here is your map of where you...
Right, yeah, this is our grade control system and our mapping.
Okay, yeah. So you're going to start out here. You got everything set up on the headland management.
Yep. So we're going to turn on our continuous flow hydraulics, and we're going to hit our play button, and that's going to turn on our PTO.
Okay.
And then we're going to hit cruise 1. We're going to hit our consent button and hit cruise 1, and then hit play again, and then that's going to give us wide open.
Okay.
And then we get started digging here. Then we're going to hit cruise 2. Then that's going to speed us up to our target speed.
All right.
And then we're just going to cruise along here and install tile.
So you're going to raise the trencher out of the ground now. You got everything set up on this joystick to raise it up.
Right, so when you're in the digging position, you're in float on your boom lift. And then on a Deutz Far tractor and your eye monitor, you can go in here and you can program whichever remote you want on whatever toggle switch you want. So, so we have the boom lift, the tail lift, and the tower lift all on the same controller right here. So we can control 3 remotes with this one control.
Okay.
So we'll start to raise it out of the ground here, and then we'll curl it up with the joystick, and then I'll pull back on this toggle and it'll raise our tower.
Literally a multi-function hydraulic lever.
Right, makes it all convenient.
3 functions, yep.
All convenient, just right in your hand right there.
All right. You're using the headland management to run the tile plow here.
Right, so we'll go in here. So this is easily programmable. So you just go in here and you can program headland management to either be with the push of this play button, and then you can also do time, and you can also do distance. So we're going to go in here on number 1. You click edit. So we'll go in here and then edit, and then this is PTO. So you select here, and we're going to program the button to turn on the PTO. So then the next function is we're going to go to engine speed setting 1. So that goes, we've set it up on time, so you can just go in here, set your time. We're at 2 seconds. And then it's set on engine speed, and then so then as we start to move forward and get the machine started digging, we're going to go to the next function, which I've programmed to use the play button. So we hit that's set to the button, and then it goes to engine speed 2, which that gets us up to full speed on our digging chain. So then at that point we're set up to dig, and then so the next function is all simultaneous. So we'll go to the 4th function, which I've got set on the tip button. So that will cancel our cruise control, shut off our PTO, and idle our engine down, all with one push of the button. So we do all those functions just with this button. You get to the end of a run or hit a rock, you just push the button here, and then it stops you. It stops the tractor, and it stops the digging chain on the machine.
Okay. That's going to do it for this video. I hope everyone enjoyed it. If you did like this video, please go down there and hit that like button. Feel free to comment below. If you are new to my YouTube channel, I would really appreciate it if you would go down there and hit that subscribe button and check back often. There's always lots of new and exciting farming content coming to my YouTube channel. And if you want to see more of what I'm doing, you can also follow me on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok at Farmhand Mike. As always, thank you for watching and supporting my social media.